Say cheese. It's fluoride talk time. Wonder if this will get a little asterisk underneath it. There's been fluoride in the news lately for good reason. The bad reason is it should have been in the news for decades. But here we are. Hey, I'm Dr. Patty Barch. I'm a traditional naturopath, founder and owner of Naturally Unbridled Wellness and naturallyunbridled.com, where we focus on wellness solutions, not disease management. This is Down the Ridge with Dr. Patty. This is not medical advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Nothing I say is true. Don't listen to me. Oh, it's trash day. I have to let my husband know. Not trash, recycling. Okay. So I guess there's just more and more evidence that people take a headline and run with it, or take what do they call it, like a sound bite, and run with it, because people are actually mocking RFK for saying they're going to take fluoride out of the drinking water. And it's insane that people would mock this if they actually knew why this is happening. In late September, finally, there was a landmark court case where a federal court reviewed, the EPA was being sued or brought to account. In a federal court, it was proven, and the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, had to come to terms with the fact that they have been poisoning the water supply to the detriment of the children consuming it. So here are some of the things you need to know about that. So first of all, it doesn't make any sense to put a nutritional supplement, which is basically what they're calling fluoride, right? We're gonna let them have that little umbrella for this conversation. If you put a supplement or even a medication into the water supply, it becomes impossible to appropriately dose an individual. Ideally, we would know what the nutritional profile of that person is and take a measurement and see if that measurement comes within the range and adjust the dose accordingly. But by putting a blanket amount into the water supply, doses vary individually based on how much water they drink. Now, some people think, well, I don't drink any water, I don't drink that much water, but maybe they're making coffee with that water. They're making soup, they're rehydrating soup, they're making rice, there's all sorts of things that can happen. There's a way to consume that water. And detrimental effects include the loss of, in the research, 5 IQ points in the children receiving fluoridated water, because fluoride works as a neurotoxin. 5 IQ points. Additionally, the children are getting what's called fluorosis of their teeth, which are these white spots on their teeth, and it impacts the integrity of the enamel, which is the protective layer of the teeth. The research also shows that fluoride only has a benefit in topical application. That being said, there's still the opportunity to get toxins from that, a toxic exposure, because what goes on your mucous membranes is going into your body. However, rinsing and spitting will reduce the amount of exposure versus consuming this toxin. So the EPA, the judge rules that the EPA needs to start taking action to remove fluoride from the water. And they have, created a game plan, and there's a timeline and all the things. But the fact that people are like mocking the fact that RFK is like, yeah, this is a toxin in the water supply and we're going to take it out right away so that we can stop poisoning our children, and people are mocking that, it means they are only mocking it because it came from him and not because they've actually looked at the court ruling. So go ahead and do an internet search, and you could probably search EPA fluoride federal court, and you can read all about it. The other thing that people need to consider is the oral microbiome. The microorganisms that live in the mouth play a key role in cavities. And the best way to have a healthy microbiome is to, wait for it, eat healthy food. Real food that comes from nature, and not a bunch of sugar that's going to feed the bad bacteria, and those bacteria are going to cause infections and problems in the mouth. So oral health is body health. And so there's a lot in the dental industry, like there's a lot in the medical industry, where they can sometimes do more harm than good. So pay attention to those sorts of things. That's all I wanted to say for today. It is Friday. It has been a week between the time change, the election results, and lots of solar activities. If you haven't seen the Schumann resonance, yesterday or the past 48 hours or so, take a look at it. It's all over the place. So yeah, it's been a week. Peace out, peeps. Have a healthy day and a healthy weekend.